Omax 3 Ultra Pure Fish Oil and Vitamin D Supply.
Life is so busy, everyone's running around.
And at the end of the day, who isn't tired?
We know you want to get to bed, and that's why we're here at 9 o'clock.
At 9, we bring you the local news when no one else does, so you don't have to stay up late.
Local stories, breaking news, weather, sports, we've got it all, early.
So after your long day, don't wait until 10. Join us and get everything you need.
Nice and early at 9.
The right news at the right time. WLNY News at 9.
Sleepy's extended Memorial holiday prices are unbeatable. Get up to half off nearly every mattress in the store. Sealy, Serta, Beauty Rest, and more. Save up to $400 off our new Beauty Rest Phenom collection. Save up to $300 off select Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Plus, get a Visa gift card when you add an adjustable base and free delivery on Serta iSeries, iComfort, and more. So hurry into Sleepy's for up to half off throughout the store. Sleepy's, the only mattress professionals.
No one can understand the life of a woman in the developing world better than another woman in any part of the world. The struggle to be equal and to be allowed to realize your potential. At CARE, we found that when women are empowered, it's one of the fastest ways to help the world move forward. If you'll just reach out and lend a hand, you won't believe what you can start. Visit care.org.
What's better than Mike and Molly once a week?
Mike and Molly 5 times a week.
You're watching Exit 1055 with your host, Richard Rose.
And good morning to you. I'm Richard Rose. Welcome to Exit 1055 Long Island, your show about all things Long Island. Well, we've observed Memorial Day, and soon we will be remembering the heroes of D-Day, June 6, 1944. And you'll meet one of the brave soldiers who risked their lives to successfully launch the invasion of Europe that freed a continent. But first, we begin with the growing movement to arm police departments with body cameras. Supporters say it will protect citizens and police alike, but have cops signed on themselves to this revolutionary change to policing? TV 1055's Carolyn Gussoff profiled one police department that's already embraced the technology.
A featherweight body camera clips to Officer Kevin Hassel's uniform. As he approaches a speeding car, he switches it on.
The reason why I'm stopping you doing 54 in a school zone, it's 20-mile-an-hour zone.
Sorry, I have my baby in the car and she's very cranky.
When I'm working and I stop somebody, you know, it not only protects me, it protects the people who I'm dealing with.
He's one of 95 Freeport officers, the first municipality in New York State to make body cameras mandatory.
It's a win-win. It's for the public as well as the police. It instills trust in the police department. It's transparency and accountability.
With calls nationwide for body cameras as a deterrent to police brutality, Freeport police say in 1 month they've seen hostile encounters diffused because police and the public know cameras are rolling.
There have been several instances already since they've implemented them where people come in and prepared to file a complaint, and we said that we have body cameras and just prepare these paperwork, bring it back to us, and they've never come back.
Get on the floor! On the floor! Like face down! Face down!
A hammer-wielding assailant brandishing a weapon caught on camera. So are contentious traffic stops.
I can't get blamed for nothing I didn't say or do, you know. I know what I said is being recorded.
The Freeport PBA, though, is not fully sold.
If an officer is not worried about the crime in progress and he's more worried about turning on the camera, he could be killed.
Other departments are watching Freeport closely. Dashboard cameras have been in use here in Freeport for 15 years, but cars don't go everywhere police do. They're now required to turn on their body cameras with every public encounter. In Freeport, Long Island, Carolyn Gussoff, TV 1055.
And joining us now is James Carver with the Nassau PBA. Welcome to the show, Mr. Carver.
Thank you, Rich.
Well, you know, we saw this pop up in Nassau County now. You just saw Freeport being profiled, and they've had it for a while. Now Nassau County wants to have a pilot program. Where does that stand right now? And, you know, you kind of said, wait a second, explain that.
Well, what happened here is that the county executive, along with the acting police commissioner, Crumpter, announced that effective August 1st, they're going to implement a pilot program on cameras. The problem becomes is that they haven't spoke to us. We're not opposed to the body cameras or the concept, but there should be a policy in place. There's a lot of issues that need to be vetted out before you start this.
Okay, let's talk about that, because this is like a growing tidal wave. We've seen dozens of police departments around the country now using body cameras, and they're being ordered up virtually daily now. You say you're not opposed to them or the concept. What do you mean by that when you say the concept? Sounds like there might be some room there for you're not being too sure about this technology.
Well, the whole thing is it's our opinion, our attorney's opinion, that it's a mandated subject, that they have to negotiate that with us. The department has another view and says they don't have to mandate. What's interesting here is there's an organization called PERF. It's a Police Executive Research Forum, which incidentally is now reviewing policies of the Nassau County Police Department, and did a poll recently that showed that 74% of the minority community approves of the work that the police do, and 82% of the non-minority community approves of the work that police do.
What do you think
very
of
strong
those numbers?
I think they're very strong, but I also believe that there's always room for improvement.
So you got this union disagreement, which is a workplace and work rule issue, and those happen all the time. But the bigger issue is body cameras on cops. I mean, this changes the whole world of doing policing. What do you think of it in general?
Well, in general, I believe that it'll vindicate our police officers more often. We deal with over 1 million contacts a year with the public, our police officers, our men and women, 1 million. And only about 700 people have a complaint against us each year. That's
this one help clear up some of those
.007
complaints that we've seen so heavily publicized, do you think?
That's correct. It definitely would. Most of the complaints in Nassau County are about, I didn't deserve the ticket, I didn't make the, turns. So most of them are about, I wasn't wrong in the accident and that kind of stuff. Very few are about excessive force.
So then there can be advantages for the officer. Do you think they're embracing this, though, or do they see it as something that's being forced upon them?
Well, like I just spoke about before, PERF, who the department has embraced to come in and review their policies and everything, PERF put out a report that stated that you should engage the union, you should engage your police officers to become part of the process and find out what their concerns are. And they haven't done that with us yet. And I think that's anything. You put a camera on somebody, and not only that, what's the privacy issues of going into someone's home? Do you need consent? And I think that's what part of training. Are they going to do role play where you turn the camera on, you turn it off? One of the instances when you do that.
These are all big questions that need to be answered, and they're all good questions. And then there's the technology itself. I think the idea we get is that, the officer hits a button and everything's being recorded. Right. Is it that simple?
Well, you know what? I spoke with the Freeport president recently, and he gave me a little demonstration. It wears in the pocket, and the camera's on the shoulder, and you got to hit it. So you got to hit it. It's inside your